in the drop zone.
Hey, good evening, guys. We are back. We are officially back. Welcome to the Drop Zone, the best wrestling podcast on YouTube. And that's not just me saying that. There's other people saying that. Sports Illustrated are saying that, as Becky would say. So, first of all, let me introduce this panel. My co-host, Nighty. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, mate, absolutely buzzing to be back. I think I sent you a gif earlier, the old Paul Rudd one. You know, look at us. Who would have thought? But here we are, mate. Yeah, well happy to be back.
Excellent. Mr. Tom, great to have you on, mate.
I'm just living my dream out here. Just sitting here on a Wednesday night thinking, I'm here on a Wednesday night.
Here on a Wednesday night and talking about big meaty men. What else could you ask for, mate?
Big meaty men slapping meat.
Was that a dig at me for getting the day wrong on your show, or do you not realise it's a Thursday?
Sorry, what? It's Thursday.
And Tariq, how you doing, pal? Great to have you on.
Yeah, I'm glad to be on. Like Eric Bischoff's theme tune, we're back and better than ever.
We are indeed. And Tony, love the t-shirt, mate. Great to have you on.
Oh, yeah. I thought I'd wear my best attire for tonight. You know.
She an indie wrestler?
AEW.
No.
Seem to be. And George, great to have you on, mate. Me and you were here last night, weren't we? So
yeah. People are going to start talking, mate. No. I've actually invested in my Zach Gowan money and got a light for tonight's show.
Excellent.
So, but if that goes, then well, I don't know you won't see. You'll see as much as I see. Mr. Tom can wave as much as he likes. So yeah.
And just say a couple of hellos in the chat. We've got Guna Sully in. How you doing, mate?
Block him, mate.
Get him blocked.
Put him on the list.
El Smugger's in the house. How you doing, mate? And also Martin as well, who's sponsored our giveaway for tonight, which we're doing a little bit later.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hey guys, anybody else in the chat, come and say hello, ask the panel some questions. But before we do, you obviously heard that fantastic new intro we got for the show, and Nighty obviously secured that for us, and he's got a bit of information about the guys who did it for us.
Yeah, bloke's name's called Paul. He is part of a band called Temperamental, and also part of a Upland Rock Rooms where you can go and like studios and stuff. So their information's there. So, you know, if you want to screenshot or just come back and pause it and whatnot, give them guys a follow. Have a look at them. Did send him the link. So Paul, if you're in the chat, mate, pop up, say hello. Be nice for everyone to say. You know,
not Paul White, is it?
No, mate, not I'm aware of.
Right, just check. Or Paul Bearer. That'd be more worrying.
Yeah, no, come and say hello.
Yeah, absolutely amazing job on that theme song. Reached out, and you know, he was more than happy to help. Literally sent it to Jonesy, and we were both just like, yeah, that's the one. So yeah, cheers for that, mate. Thank you very much.
Wicked. And we also got another sponsor for this show as well. We have Wrestling Megastore UK up in Scotland, who are kindly sponsoring the show. And yeah, Craig, you've got the information as well for them.
Yeah, absolutely great news getting these guys on board. They do some absolute quality merchandise on their site, on their store. If you've not had a look, go and have a look. And also anybody that uses the code DROPZone, you get yourself a nice little 10% off as well. So go and have a look. They've got some good stuff. They put some John Cena pop Funkos on there the other day from WrestleMania. They look really good. So yeah, thank you very much to them. If you're in the chat, guys, pop up, say hello. But yeah, very much appreciated, and we look forward to a
they got any AJ
long relationship, hopefully. Got any what? AJ merch? Nah, they don't want to ruin anything, do they?
No, you've got a rant coming later from me about that.
The worst kept secret. And we've got their little logo, which will stay just above Mr. Tom there.
Oh, there he is.
So I'll pat it a bit.
You protect that there for us, mate. Right, should we do what we're all here for and talk some wrestling?
That's it.
All right, so let me just change that background. Boom. We've gone to Paris.
Magic.
Right, let's go. So they've get Tariq back into the stream. There he is. He's in and out.
Oh, there he is.
So we kicked things off with Clash with a really good match, to be fair. It was Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. I'm going to ask each one of you about the matches as we go along. Mr. Tom, I'll start with you, mate. What was your thoughts on the match? Was you surprised Roman opened, or do you think that's where he is at the moment with in terms of his character and where he's going? I know there's been some rumours that he's not too well at the moment with his ribs and stuff like that. It's with I think it's like a bone thing that he suffers with, a bone deficiency, I've heard. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't have the medical qualifications to talk about his bone spurs or whatever it is that he's suffering with, so I'll refrain from that bit of non-knowledge. But in all seriousness, the placement of the match makes total sense when you take into account the finish of the match and the fact that Jey Uso is then out there, which then makes the result of the main event what more likely to have occurred based on the fact that Jey Uso got battered at the ending of the first match. But it was also basically, Roman, do you fancy going home early, mate?
Do you want to get home to the kids and tuck them in for a bedtime story, basically? What was your thoughts?
The match itself was fine, Jonesy.
Yeah,
it was good. It was. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up their asses. Go, it's the greatest. It's WrestleMania 3 kind of stuff. Like plug for something that's happening on Friday. But anyway, it's no Steamboat and Savage. I'll tell you that now. But it's fine. It's fine. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's perfectly fine, mate. That's what we love on here. Craig, what was your thoughts on it, mate? Like, obviously Roman was going to pick up the win, but then obviously the attack afterwards, with the backboard, what they love to bring out and stuff like that. It was pretty it was quite brutal, wasn't it? Like for Roman Reigns to receive a beatdown. Like normally we've used to seeing Roman Reigns as the guy who does that to people. It was strange to see him on the receiving end of it.
Mate, this bloke's living the dream. Work 3 weeks, off 6 months. Back for 4 weeks, off 6 months. Like, living it. Like, I get he's doing like, films and all that stuff, and he needs to. But at the moment, it just feels like he's coming back. He gets a little bit of momentum, and then boom, he's gone again. They've not really got him in much since this whole dominating, tribal chief and all that stuff. The match, like Mr. Tom said, it wasn't world class. It was a good match to sort of set the tone for the evening. But yeah, I'd obviously not seen anything about him being unwell and all that stuff. So for me, it was a bit of as soon as he's getting battered and taking more tsunamis than God knows where, like, you just thought, oh, here we go, like, he's off. And then obviously we'll talk about it later, but them saying, oh, he's out indefinitely. It's like, oh, here we go, another 6 months, paid vacation, like, loving life. But yeah, he just sort of seems at the moment, they don't really know what to kind of do with one of the biggest draws that they've had for a while. And it kind of seems like they're trying to shift. It's like they've kind of gone, you've had your moment with the old tribal. I mean, Roman's Roman. He'll always be Roman, and everyone's going to love when he, and what he does and whatever. But it's kind of like, we're going away from that. We're going to do something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, the match overall, mate, I thought it was a good match. Good way to set the tone for the evening.
Yeah, and just touch on that. I'm telling you now, the French crowd are absolutely off their tits. They are absolutely crazy, aren't they? Like, as they
there's got to be something in them snails or frog legs or something, mate, because they're off their nut.
Them French are dizziacs, but no, they are off the bloody charts. They do set the bar, and I will give them that. Normally they're not the most vocal, and they love to run away.
Was it the same lot that made the camera bounce with AJ Styles? That was in France, weren't it?
Yeah, that was in Lyon. Pretty good crowd as well. Tony, we're going to the next match. We had the tag team match, which obviously the Wyatt Six versus the Street Profits in their Borderlands gear, which was quite good. They probably got paid quite a bit for that. I thought it was a really good match, but obviously the main talking point I think everyone is talking about is the Dawkins and Ford split. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? For me, if it does happen, I can only see Ford coming out as the stronger of the two, and it'll be for Ford more than it'll be for Dawkins. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your thoughts on that, mate?
I think, again, I'll start with the first thing. The match was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. It was a good match. I think the Wyatts are putting on some good matches at the moment. They're like really coming on strong. Like the more they're fighting with the titles, the better they're coming along. So that's a good thing for them. I think in terms of the Street Profits, they're both pretty good. They're both good on the mic. I think looking at Montez Ford, he is what we would literally expect a WWE superstar to look like.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's
Right.
not him, is it?
Is
No, no,
that your ringtone? Did you
No.
ringtone?
No. It's
You've
not my
been proper
ringtone.
melted off there, mate. Jesus.
Well,
That was the
embarrassing.
radio. The radio coming on my
Gemma's
phone.
sat in the other room, mate, pissing herself because she's just pranked you live on the show.
No. My ringtone is actually John Cena. That's something else. That was the radio. I didn't
Are
turn
you
it off
sure?
properly.
Liar.
Yeah, 100%. I'll show you. I'll show you.
He's
could
got
show
You
you
lyrics.
now.
you can show me as much
Alright.
as you like. I can't see it, so you can
Tony,
say
Tony, I'm sorry.
I'll go to it.
No, I'm sorry, but
You've got to.
You just made the list!
sorry, Tony. You're on the list, mate.
Absolutely love that.
That's
No,
but, yeah.
don't play it, mate. We'll get copyrighted. We struck off the air.
Yeah, no one cares about the other stuff.
Jesus.
Go for it, mate. Go on, carry on.
So yeah, I just think that from my opinion, I think they'll both be actual pretty decent. I don't think they'll be at the same level. I think obviously, like we all expect, Montez Ford will probably be better, but I think Angelo Dawkins is still pretty decent. Obviously, again, he's not what everyone perceives as a WWE superstar. But then you've got people like Kevin Owens, you have people like Bronson Reed, you've got other people that don't fit the mold that we're used to. But I think they'll both be good stars going off if they kind of break off together. But again, a solid match, and I think it was the rightful winners as well. So
Yeah. Wicked, mate. George, what's your thoughts on it, mate? Do you want to see the split, or do you prefer them as a tag team?
I'd like to see anything, mate. To be honest, but generally, like if you are offering that, yeah, just let me know.
Couple of years, maybe, the surgery.
Yeah, right. The split, mate. I thought it was going to happen like 6 months ago. Like it's like watching EastEnders when Zoe Slater should have come back like early last year. Like it should have been done ages ago. I think obviously Montez Ford, I think he's probably the stronger of the two. I think blatantly, I just think there will be a split when they do it. I don't know. WWE do what they want to do when they want to do it. I'll wait for Tony to mention it 2 weeks after it's happened. So, so yeah, AKA Dance Monkey. So I don't know. I don't think it happens anytime soon, but.
Cool. No worries, mate. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with them too. I do like Ford though. His in-ring skills and ability is really good. But then Dawkins is pretty good as well as a powerhouse. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's nothing drastic. And is that Tariq coming back again? Jesus, you're making.
He's like Jack from last night.
He's making more appearances than the Big Show turns heel. I'll tell you that. Jesus. I can't hear him now. Can we hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. All right, we'll go to the next match, mate, before you disappear. It was obviously the Intercontinental title, women's title match. Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. Nikki looked very rusty, but you know what? You can forgive her that. I can anyway. She makes up for that on aerial ability. What was your thoughts on the match, mate, when Nikki Bella's returned to in-ring competition?
I think for a match where she's been away for a long time, it was expected. Becky did a lot of carrying of the workload, which is expected. I didn't expect it to be fantastic like the match that Trish had with Becky and so on a couple of months back. But it's one where she's getting back into it. She's going to be there long term. So she's due a bad match here or there at the start. She'll get better over time, but Becky shone through. Nikki did all right. The match wasn't the best, but that's what you expect.
Yeah. And then obviously we will come on to a little bit later with Becky, which the worst kept rumor on the internet is at the moment. But so we'll come back to that. Mr. Tom, I'll go to you for this next one because you enjoyed this picture very much, I heard, on social media.
He's genuinely the most naked man you'll ever see in your life.
That picture does not do well for Sheamus at all.
No.
It's either Rusev's got a really big boot or Sheamus has got a thong on. So
Probably a bit of both.
it's really in that picture, it definitely looks it. A match that we knew was going to be brutal. There was hard hits. There was shillelaghs. There was barrels. It was everything you'd expect on a Friday night in an Irish pub. What was your thoughts on the match, mate?
Well, I sat there and watching it thinking, I very much am the connoisseur of big meaty men slapping meat, as we say at the start, and I was wearing a t-shirt that I wear, but at the same time, it was exactly what was promised. Two big beefy bastards beating the absolute shite out of each other, pardon my language, and it was beautiful to watch. And I hope no one got hurt, not really, because lots of fun to be had. Professionals doing their thing. I loved it. I sound like David Brent saying that, but still. Men. Meaty men.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I thought this would have been a toilet break match. But I sat there and I was thinking, I'm nearly 40, so I can hold this in just about. So I'll watch the match first. Craig, what was your initial thoughts? Did you think the same? Did you think it would be as good as it was?
Well, I think everyone. I always put my hands up when I'm in the wrong, and I will do it right now. I put in the group as a joke. Here comes match of the night.
Yeah.
Followed by laughing faces, and I was quickly put in my place because it was good. It was a really good match. Then battering the shit out of it. I mean, I can't sum it up better than what Mr. Tom said. Do you know what I mean? Big meaty men slapping the shit out of each other. So yeah, it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. No, I definitely
100%.
agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree. Be interesting
Exactly
where
what I
they
thought
go.
it was going to be. Exactly what I thought. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and everything I hoped to be, and more.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I mean by that, but still.
George,
As he sat in the dark.
George, with Rusev, where do you see him going along the lines now? Because I know we have been getting pictures. Lana is with him. Was out with him in Paris. From what I've read, and I'm no WWE ITK. I have got a blue tick, but I pay for it.
Hello, Tony.
Basically, can you see Lana coming into the picture with Rusev, or is that completely the wrong way to go with Rusev? You want him to go down this more meaner, brute sort of road?
In my opinion, I could totally be misreading this, but I think that is seen as very much a last resort. Like, if they literally have nothing to do with a guy, they will then put, like, break glass and bring back Lana, pull the Lana cord, basically, bring her back in. But this has got makeshift, can they coexist tag team written all over it with Sheamus. Like they did with Sheamus and Cesaro. They got a couple of years out of that, and they're probably going to get the same with Rusev.
Interesting. George, what's your thoughts on that?
I'm really good at throwing my voice. I
was just about to say, I thought
Yeah.
you were throwing your voice pretty well.
Because he said exactly what I fucking wanted to say anyway. Bloody Leeds fans. I think it's more going to be like what Mr. Tom said, like Sheamus and Rusev as a tag team. Like you say, I think it's last resort to bring Lana in. You only should be bringing in people's partners if you know how to keep it quiet on social media, but obviously people don't.
You're letting that one go.
No, I'm not that. I'm fuming. You should have heard me yesterday. But no, I don't think Lana's. I think there's more that Rusev could do. I'd like to see him batter Dominic. That would really go on top of my list and give him a run there. Or I still think there's stuff that he can do, Rusev.
Interesting.
I think if it ever gets to the desperation of bringing Lana in with him, we'll see the mixed match tag team, like the mixed match challenge brought back.
Okay, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I think if it goes down that route, especially with a certain someone that nobody knows that's coming back, that everyone knows is coming back.
Well, true.
Little Jimmy. I think when you look at the potential duos that there is, they could go down that line, maybe. I mean, it would be desperate times, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. But
Yeah.
I think, you know, how many times do we see them sort of repeating? There seems to be a sort of point where they get to, and you sort of get a storyline with different people that they've done before, but they've tweaked it.
Yeah.
Certain matches out, you know. So who's to say it won't happen? But
They turned Dominic into the Hugh Hefner of the women's division, didn't they? Like, so,
yeah,
every
exactly.
woman he talks to, he gets. Like,
Yeah,
exactly.
What? I didn't think he was that great. But there you go.
Must be the Tash,
It's the
mate.
staff.
Yeah, that's right.
No, yeah, look, that's why Tom's ground is out. Yeah.
Yes, not nothing to do with the fact that I can't lift my arm enough to actually do it, but still.
Right. So the next match obviously was John Cena versus Logan Paul. Now there's two talking points I really want to touch on here, and I'll go to you, Tony, first because I know you're a massive fan of Logan Paul.
Swearing.
Logan Paul is how can I put this?
Oh, could I say it? Oh,
No.
sorry. It's not
He-
9 o'clock
A
yet.
cocky, arrogant wrestling genius.
He is absolutely fantastic in that ring for all his flaws and everything he does, which is stupid outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The boy has got the talent, and I think Cena was the perfect opponent to show this side of Logan Paul, and just to show how, I know the joke's been made he's only wrestled 25 matches, but look at those 25 he's wrestled. There's some wrestlers that won't even get to wrestle the likes of Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and all these other ones. What are you making of Logan Paul? And do you feel like he needs to be week in, week out on Raw and SmackDown and at every PLE for him to shift that kind of tag of celebrity wrestler?
I mean, look, he is probably, apart from Bad Bunny, he has probably set the bar so high for celebrity wrestlers that, and I think John Cena said it, he has no right to be as good as he is.
Yeah.
In that short space of time. He's literally just come in and took to it like a duck to water. Like literally everything he does, he's got it. And the reason why I think he's got it is because outside the ring he's an absolute knob. But when he comes in the ring, he understands how to get people talking, how to get things done. Like who would come with a drone on their hand?
Yeah.
Who would think of something like that? Who would think? Do you know what I mean? So I think if he appears week in, week out, every PLE and does it, I'm not going to say future world champion, but you never know. He could be heavyweight champion, not universal champion, but heavyweight champion. Why not? Why not?
I know it's an early call, but I can see him winning next year's Royal Rumble.
Or Money in the Bank or something. Do you know what I mean?
Money in the Bank.
So
I'm going to open it up to the floor. Give me your thoughts, people, on Logan Paul. Like, obviously, keep it contained. One at a time. Go first, someone.
I'll happily say it.
Yeah.
I was going to write this in the group chat, but I never. But I was still sitting there thinking, at what point does he stop being a celebrity wrestler? Because he is so good at wrestling that he's a wrestler. He's not a celebrity wrestler. He's a wrestler that was a celebrity that does wrestling, and he's very good at it.
George,
and I hate having to say it.
Yeah,
George is absolutely spitting.
George, go for it. You go next.
I'm lost for words.
Have we got long enough?
Yeah, he's what he does in the ring is great, but he's an absolute dickhead. Like I'm not like what he does outside the ring. I don't really care about that because he's a knob. Austin's probably losing his shit because like he's in love with Logan Paul, and all his sidemen, X-Men shit, whatever he does. Or I don't know what it's called. I'm 31 years old. I don't know this shit, but I just think like everyone goes on about him all the time, and I just don't think he's. I think as a wrestler, yeah, he's all right. That's as much as you're getting. But I just like world heavyweight champion, mate. Nah, I can't be having that. Send him to AEW if you want that shit. Like I can't. No, I'm still probably a bit bitter because Jey Uso got mugged off when he was champion. So
probably.
But yeah, no, he is a good wrestler, but I'm just not a fan. Just not a fan.
Enough.
Would have never have guessed.
Yeah,
some people you just can't gel to, can you? Tariq, what's your thoughts? Can you gel to him or?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's really with him being a celebrity guy, he's picking up everything well. Like he's a heel. He's going to be that arrogant prick which he pulls up. But then when you watch him on his impulsive podcasting, it's like he's got knowledge of wrestling. He's a student of it. Which I was watching the match when John Cena went to do the Styles Clash. I was thinking,
Yeah.
I was dreading it. You know, the way I thought he's going to break his neck here, but the way he tucked his head in like he's supposed to with that sort of move. It's like he's taking the knowledge he's getting from other wrestlers, and this is the safe way to do it. And he is entertaining. And sorry, George, I do like him, but then my choice of wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
And Craig, your final thoughts on Logan Paul?
Eugene's more entertaining.
I'm probably going to lose George as a friend here.
Oh, no, you like Logan Paul, so that's fine. Everyone loves Logan, doesn't
I agree with the whole outside of the ring stuff, but we're a wrestling show. We talk about wrestling, and you cannot deny that bloke has amazing in-ring abilities. It can't just be his arrogance that sees it. The people that he's gone up against want to go up against him. They see something in him as well. They make him look better in the ring. He makes certain other people look better in the ring. And you've also got to look at the fact that that bloke is willing to put his body on the line. Okay, it might be you look outside of it, he'll get more clicks and views and subscribers and whatever because he's doing all these fans. But that geezer is continuously jumping off top ropes through tables, and you know he knows what it takes to be entertaining and put a show on.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if I'm quite there with Tony with world champion. I will agree with George on that. Tony's entitled to it, mate. If he is, you can chuck it in my face in a year, 2, whatever. Royal Rumble, I don't know. Money in the Bank, I could see that. Because I think with that Money in the Bank, he'd be an absolute bellend with it. Yeah, all right. But it would just up that sort of heel factor. If they're still wanting him to be a heel, imagine him with the Money in the Bank briefcase. So, but yeah, I rate his ability, mate. There's no doubt in that he can hang with some of the best that are currently in the company. So yeah, I rate him as a wrestler.
Wicked.
I have a question for Nighty. Sorry to interrupt.
No, go for it.
This might make George a bit happier, but basically, Nighty, just to be clear,
What's he
you'll
leaving?
rate him as a wrestler. That's pretty obvious. But would you piss on him if he was on fire?
No.
There you go.
See how I always like Mr. Tom, do you know what I mean? No.
George is happy now.
I think I'd rather eat a korma.
I'd rather eat
Come
a
on, now, there's no
vindaloo.
need for violence, Nighty, on a Thursday of all nights.
The second point I just want to raise is, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to feel a bit emotional about this John Cena thing. Like,
there's not long left.
And you know what? And the more I see him, and obviously the reactions he's getting, especially with these European crowds, especially it's just like, you know what? Like, the realization's kicked in that we're not going to see this anymore after December. And it's like one of them moments, yeah, where you're going to say to your kids who like wrestling, whatever, like, you know, I saw John Cena's reign, his era. Do you know what I mean?
This guy went toe to toe with Logan Paul.
Yeah, it's like I feel like when I was a kid, I wished I was around to see Hogan's heydays. You know what I mean? In the 80s and stuff like that. I mean, I'm kind of getting the same sort of feeling. What's your thoughts of it? Obviously, it's bound to happen. Obviously, it is happening. What's your general thoughts on the situation and how you're feeling about it? I'll go around quickly, each one of you. I know we're pushing on, but Craig, you start off, mate.
It's kind of, you were excited that he was coming back and it was happening and he was having this farewell tour. Then the obviously buzz turning heel and whatever. Then them just completely ignoring the heel thing and he's nice and back to, like, it was just happy to have him back and looking happy and enjoying it all. But it's we're in September. Like, did I see, like, it was like 8 appearances or something. He's got 8.
Yeah.
Coming from one of the best to ever do it, who's had God knows how many matches and appearances over the last 20 odd years, and he's down to 8. Like, it's just like, if they do him dirty in that last match, mate, I kid you not, I will be hunting them down. He needs an absolute send off, mate.
Yeah.
He deserves it. Everything he's done inside that ring, obviously we all know what he's done outside of it. The Make-A-Wish Foundation and all that stuff. Like, it's just, it's very daunting that we're now down to single digits of seeing what everyone calls him, the greatest of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Tom?
I'm angry at the heel turn because I feel robbed of nigh on half a year.
Yeah.
I feel robbed of it. And I don't see and go, I love John Cena, but I feel like I've been robbed of basically because they've done the storyline and it didn't turn out very good. But then they've basically gone, everything that's happened since February is a waste of time. And everything you've watched of it, Mr. Tom, you've wasted your time. All the time you've given to John Cena since the heel turn, go fuck yourself.
I fully agree with you, but I don't think I'm ever going to not enjoy that moment at Bad Blood when it did happen. I just thought, fuck, like for the sheer excitement, but I feel exactly the same as you. I'm disappointed. It just got, after one episode of SmackDown, it just got washed away. Crazy. Tony, your thoughts?
I mean, you've all pretty much said it. I mean, we're all grew up watching Cena. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all in our 30s and 40s. So we're all 20 years old when in our early 20s when he first started, and we've grown up with him. He's had some good moments, some amazing moments, and knowing the fact that it's coming down to, like he said and you said as well, single digits, it's crazy. And I still believe that nowadays wrestlers, when they say they're going to go away and never come back and retire, you believe him, because not like the old ones that come back because the money's different now. Do you know what I mean? They don't have to come back for anything. So, but I don't know what else to say.
Travis Scott needs to fuck off.
He's gone, mate. Well and truly gone out of the picture.
Sorry, what's that?
I'm gonna be, but no, it's fine. Like you said though, like his last match has to be something decent.
Yeah,
has to be something like that you'll remember.
Punjabi prison match.
Prison Cake Carly.
I love the Punjabi prison match. It's one of my favourite shit matches. I love it.
George, what would be a fitting ending for Cena if you was to book it?
For me, there's two answers. So there's one just to piss Craig off because of his Logan Paul one. So we could have a bit of a John Cena versus Joe Hendry.
Fuck off. Always know you were a twat.
I haven't got it, don't worry.
Well.
Can you imagine if you'd have actually got Joe Hendry in the background waiting in the wings to have actually been out of his name and then he popped up?
What, a bit like this?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
There we go.
Yeah, as I was saying.
You all need your fucking hard drives checking.
But a perfect ending, John Cena. I wouldn't mind. I know we've seen it already, but I wouldn't mind seeing Cena versus Orton just to end it. So the feud between them two, it was legendary. At the minute, I don't know who else I would have to end it with. I wouldn't have it with unless he's going to properly screw over Seth right at the end, and then he goes up into God mode for me for that. But I think it'll probably be someone like Orton or. But I wouldn't be dead against them doing it against someone who's up and coming. But obviously, I would have Cena to win it, but. Because he likes to help to get them over as well, doesn't he? So
can't win his last match.
He's got.
That's not the time or the tradition of wrestling, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Only Hulk Hogan can win his last match and then disappear for 20 years and then die.
I wonder if they'll do what they did with Goldberg and cut his.
I thought he was going to say, I
Yeah.
wonder if Hogan will come back for it. I was like, yeah, I think it's a bit beyond that.
That would be a surprise.
It's not EastEnders.
Tariq, what's your thoughts just to end on the John Cena
Me,
topic?
brother. Sorry.
I've been a big John Cena fan since he first come in. It's so bad that I've watched Ricky Stanicki a few times. I actually almost welled up when Jacob Tretter died in Fast Furious 10, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I still wear jorts. So that's how much a fan of John Cena I am. But it's one where, like you said, it's going down in appearances and single figures. You sort of think it's going to end very soon, and he's not going to come back like all the others. It's going to be, that's it. He's done his deal. But I sort of want his last match to be, well, for comedy purposes or whatever, him and R-Truth having a match and where that feel-good moment at the end would be good.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone like Carmelo Hayes giving that final match. And even if Cena wins, that show respect where he's passing the torch on to. Well, Carmelo's looks like he could be someone who's going to be rising very fast through the ranks, and he's like not John Best, like that sort of popularity. So I would love that sort of match. Not just don't give me Cena versus Brock Lesnar the last match.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
That's what I'm fearing. We'll talk about that if it comes around. The main event, obviously, I'm not going to touch on it too much for everyone because obviously it leads into Raw, which night he's going to go through. But obviously, Seth Rollins picked up the win thanks to his wife, who come out in a hood of all things. We don't see them much around in the WWE.
And it wasn't a member of the Bloodline.
Yeah, new member of the Bloodline. So we saw the
Shocking
man.
behaviour.
Man helped Seth Rollins retain the title, and like I say, we'll talk a bit more on that subject when we go into Raw. So if I just quickly run around and get you guys ratings for Clash in Paris. I'll start with you, Tariq.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think there's some good matches, some clunky ones. The big meaty men was the highlight of the heart of it, but that sort of level, I won't give it any higher than that.
Cool. George?
I'm going to go 9 out of 10 because Cena battered Logan.
There you go. Tony?
I'm going to give it 9. I would have given it an 8 for its wrestling thing, but it goes to 9 just for the crowd. Because from the first fight onwards, they were just literally on fire.
I was a bit disappointed Rene Dupree didn't turn up. Like Rob Conway. I missed a trick there.
Yeah, burning the American flag in the middle of the ring. Mr. Top?
Off the top of my head, I'm going to say 4 out of 10, mainly because I'm a big fan of big meaty men, and that accounts for 3.9 of the 4 out of 10. And which I imagine is quite a high percentage if we're going to work it out like that. But no, in all seriousness, it's all fine. And I didn't really anticipate I was going to get asked for a rating, even though I've watched your shows every week for like the last 2 years. So very naive of me to not expect to be asked this.
No worries at all, mate. Just get ready. You're going to be asked a Raw one. Great.
I'm probably going to give it. I'll give it a 9. I think I agree with Tony. I think an 8 is a fair, but the extra point for the crowd. The crowd were just on point, weren't they? So yeah, give it a 9.
Yeah, I think I'll go exactly the same. 8, 9, probably a 9 with the crowd. Like you say, it was just you could feel it as well through the telly. It was just like the place was rocking, and it was a good arena to have it in as well. But yeah. Laura, welcoming as well in the chat. She gave it 8.5 out of 10.
I got called out when I done half last time.
It's all right. She's new to the wrestling scene.
No excuse. Just because she's Nikki Cross.
No more halves off this, please, Laura. Thank you very much. But yeah, no, Craig, you're going to run us through all the action from Raw. Let me just click my fingers. Go to Raw. Come on, modern technology. There you go.
There it is.
Raw.
Let's go. So obviously we kicked off with Jay coming out and talking about how he helped Roman. You know, and even though it ended up him getting hurt, it's because it's family and all this stuff. Then he called out the Vision for a fight, you know, as if getting battered at Clash in Paris wasn't enough. He wanted all three by himself. LA Knight come out. They obviously had an interaction. LA Knight blamed it all on Jey Uso for not, you know, putting him through the table and teaming up with him and whatever. This then obviously brought out Braun and Bronson, and then it leads to obviously the match that we'll get onto later. We had the Judgment Day and the Kabuki Warriors in the first match. We had the Kabuki Warriors actually come out on top, but I think a lot of the focus at the moment seems to be on Oscar and this whole Io Sky, you know, the altercation out back and whatnot. I'll start with you, Tarek, mate, just in case we lose you again. I mean, what did you make of the match? Do you see the Kabuki Warriors being there as tag team title contenders? And do you think we are looking at Io and Oscar feuding anytime soon?
I thought the match was quite good. They all pulled away in as well. Raquel did well. I thought she'd sort of stick out because the others are really good. Kairi Sane doing the insane elbow off the top of the turnbuckle on the outside was fantastic. I thought the finisher was a bit off, the way she tried to pin her and then tried to do the Oscar like afterwards, which was a bit weird. But it was nice to see the Kabuki Warriors in there as the tag. They'll be a good sort of foil for Charlotte and Alexa, so that could work. But I think that they are going to turn on Io quite soon, and that's probably going to be like her and Rhea Ripley all sort of join up together. But it's just funny seeing it being a slow burn, sort of like heel turn. It's not like it's going to be within 2 weeks. It's digging away at Io's confidence and making her feel like he's not worthy. Like, you can't hang around with that person, or you can't be friends with that. Don't hug that person. Reminds me of when I was in my teenage years, and my parents were like, when I got into no good, and they were like, stay away from those people. It just reminded me of that. But I can see then Io and Asuka having a bit of a kick-off, and maybe Asuka might cost her in the a title match, which you might mention later on.
Yeah, possibly. I think as well, obviously it gets mentioned later on, but it obviously got announced Io and Stephanie Foucault for the vacant World's Women's Championship, so that'll be interesting to see. I believe that's at WrestlePalooza as well, so obviously as the weeks go on, we'll end up talking about that a little bit more. I'm going to skim through some of them, gents, just, you know, time-wise, and some of them aren't really worth much talking about. We continued with the Judgment Day. Finn, I'm a dirty Spurs fan. Balor and Forehead.
Right, he's a Spurs fan?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, fuck him. I did not even know that.
Me and Tipple used to do his celebration, mate. Not his celebration, his walkout. You know, the old,
Yeah.
And then when we found out he was a Tottenham fan, I stopped.
Oh, mate, I did not know that. That's put me right off of him.
He had a match with Finn had a match with Dragon Lee. Not
Dragon Lee.
Match. Yeah, not a bad match, to be fair. Balor won the match, but they kind of need to start doing something with Lee, I feel, because he's got so much potential, but they just
his
don't.
sister's coming in allegedly.
Hey, what?
Oh dear.
Go on in. You want to finish it? You started, so you might as well finish.
No, I've just got it. Bloody hell, that's ridiculous.
Mr. Tom.
You just made the list!
You bloody idiot.
I'm having a bit of delay here, but yeah.
I was like, is he waiting for him to answer a question? Because I didn't
I'm just
ask
waiting for this to catch up.
I was sitting there thinking, what's the questions going? Oh, I'm being framed with a list.
I didn't ask a bloody question. we then had the New Day and Grayson Waller, who's obviously trying to get himself inducted into the New Day versus the War Raiders and Penta. I thought this was a pretty good match, to be fair. I loved the little walkout where Xavier Woods, I think, knocked the phone out, and then Grayson Waller's just booted it and stamped on it. I thought it was a good match. I mean, they kind of don't really, like, I don't see Penta in anything. Like, Penta, for me, was brought in as this big, you know, superstar from those that will not be spoken of, and you just expected him to maybe have some sort of run or something.
They got him from Tottenham.
Huh?
They brought him in from Tottenham.
No, got him from Leeds, mate.
Oh, I thought I might have wondered why I was quite fond of him.
Yeah.
And he's Mexican destroying this, let's just say. But,
Penta Bamford, his name is.
I mean, George, I'll come to you, mate.
Yeah.
Do you think that they need to be doing more with Penta? Do you think Penta should be sort of competing for a title? Or do you think they're just biding time until maybe they get him and Ray Phoenix maybe together to have a tag run? Like what would you like to see more of him doing, mate?
Being useful would be a start. But I was surprised, mate, when obviously Penta has signed with WWE and then Ray Phoenix did. I thought, oh well, we know how that's going to work out, don't we? But then it didn't. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll wait. But then it's just gone. I thought it started all right, and then it's just like fizzled out for me. And I feel like they've just putting him in like mid card stuff, like anything with Grayson Waller. Jesus Christ. I'm not. Is
he a Logan Paul-like figure to you, sir?
No, he's not. He's not that much. He's not that high. But I find him more pointless than anything else. But with Penta, I honestly, Craig, mate, I don't know. I think probably the best thing for him is to put him with Ray Phoenix, and then they can probably challenge for those tag team titles.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what everyone wants to see, isn't it?
I think the boat's kind of like it's either too early or the boat's gone with the, because we had Penta against Dom a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, maybe Penta was going to hold the title, and that didn't happen. But so yeah, I think that ship sailed. So maybe I don't know. Is there a draft coming up again or anything?
God, I hope not.
What I will say, if you don't mind me interjecting, is basically I think Big E is sitting a bit too comfortable on his YouTube shows and that, and I sit there thinking, why haven't New Day gone round his house and beat him up yet?
He's got a ring doorbell.
I just don't understand it. It's like these lads, they obviously want to give them this big, massive heel turn, like they're right bastards to Big E, and then he didn't follow up on it by having him go around his house and beat him up in front of his wife.
This is what Mr. Tom wants to see. If they ever did like a week where you could go on as a guest writer and your story would stick,
just guest
it would
GM.
be the New Day going round to batter Big E in front of his wife.
Yes,
Tom will be a happy man. He'll probably watch it whilst eating a korma.
That's exactly what happened. I'll be in a korma while on the phone telling E to basically open the door when Kofi and Xavier knock on it.
You don't need to do that. He's got a Ring doorbell. I'm sure he can afford
that. Anyway, we then went on to the Intercontinental title match. Dom defending against AJ. And this was where the French crowd really sort of come out, especially with AJ. I thought it was a good match, to be fair. Obviously, El Grande showing up. You knew there's something going on with them too.
Yeah.
And it kind of felt, I mean, the talk, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to ruin anything to Tony's here, but whatever, I don't care. Them talking about apparently that they're so impressed with Ludwig Kaiser, whoever that was, bless you. Apparently, they're more impressed with him as El Grande Americano than they are Chad Gable.
Okay.
So apparently, the plan is they want to keep him. Yeah, apparently. But I just feel, Tony, I'll come to you because just in case I've ruined your news bit, you can have this bit, mate. Do you see? I mean, Dom couldn't turn more heel, could he? Or could he? Like, do you see him doing something with El Grant? Because there's a lot of talk about obviously the AAA Championship. Dom's obviously up against Vikingo.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What does it say? The dingo.
That bloke over there, whatever. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of talk of them maybe being more over there. I mean, I've even seen a ridiculous rumor about Chavo Guerrero coming back and being their manager in AAA, and I mean, probably not happening. But there's that option now with all, you know, AAA and whatever. Do you see AJ ever winning the Intercontinental title? And what do you see with Dom and El Grande Americano going forward?
I think AJ probably will win the Intercontinental, but I think that all depends on if Dom wins the AAA title at Worlds Collide. I think. I think if he wins it, he's going to walk around with 2 belts for a bit, and then obviously he's going to get that one. The Intercontinental will lose that, and then he'll be back and forward. But I think, to be honest, he looks out of place in the Judgment Day at the moment, and I think he'll kind of go on and be like I think it was George or it might have been Mr. Tom that said about him earlier with his antics with the women. He could be the modern day Godfather, couldn't he? Really? But no, it was a good match. I think with the El Grande Americana, sounds like I'm ordering a coffee, doesn't it? But I think with him being there, and like you said, I think he's doing an absolute superb job, Kaiser, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
Sorry, it's rude to me. He's a baby face because he's doing the act in Mexico, so it's like he's respecting that. He speaks better Spanish than Chad Gable for a start, so he can actually do the promos in Spanish, which instantly makes them more babyface than heel. Because obviously Chad Gable's doing the gimmick like he's taking a piss out of Mexico, whereas Kaiser's actually playing into the Mexican heritage by doing it.
Yeah.
And that's partly why it's gone over so well. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tony.
No. It's fine. You carry on.
Says sorry, but does it 8 times.
Yeah.
It's like the in-betweeners. Like,
you do it, mate. You got an opinion, you get out there, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
We then got Punk come out to the ring after being told that even though he was waiting at the only way in and out of the building, Seth Rollins had somehow got into the building. He must have been like that Arsenal fan who went through the vents to get the picture of the kit release and whatnot.
I'm sure that's why
I've told Austin to stop doing that.
So he's come out. He's obviously called him out. Seth's music hits, and you think, oh yeah, here we go. Out comes Becky. So Becky comes down. They obviously have a to and fro and whatnot, and then Seth actually comes out. Punk wants to go at him. Becky gets in the way, and then starts slapping him. And either he didn't sell it well enough, and she can't hit for shit, or she really can't hit for shit. But anyway, she slaps him, and then she did the weird like headbutt, like Zidane getting headbutted. Zidane doing the headbutt in the World Cup.
Becky Zidane.
Yeah, Becky Zidane. Yeah. And then obviously Punk coming out with the line, "Your husband's gonna regret what he, cashing in on me, and you're gonna regret putting your hands on me." Obviously, we know later on that he asks the general manager Adam Pearce where SmackDown is, and he gets told and says terrific and walks off. Jonesy, I mean, I maybe should have saved this one for George so he could have had his little rant, but obviously he can get in there in a minute, mate. Is it happening this Saturday? Are we gonna get? Is this leading to WrestlePalooza, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, and her who should not be named just in case she doesn't come back?
Yeah, it's got to be in it. We've had all the hints, and we've had everything to suggest she is coming back.
Evening, G.
Unless they rebrand her as AJ Americano, then I'm guessing she's coming back as AJ Lee. WWE Shop kind of ruined it for a lot of people. I'm sure George has got an opinion on that. Yeah, no, look, to be honest, I can't wait to see her back in the ring. She was a fantastic Divas champion, one of the longest reigning, if I'm not mistaken, when she was around.
So.
She was at the time.
Yeah, at the time, someone else probably is now, but she was absolutely crazy, weren't she, when she was around? Snogging the face off everyone, as well as good in ring skills ability. Yeah, it'd be great to see her back because I don't know if you guys have noticed on Instagram, she's been very quiet as well. She's gone radio silent on there for, I think it's 5 weeks now, coming into 6 weeks. So she's obviously been in the PC or doing some sort of training, but she's not exactly an unfit returning wrestler, is she? Some come back as Goldberg. But no, it'd be great to see her back. Great to see her back in the ring with Punk as well. Yeah, it'd just be one of the moments where their music hits on Friday night, and it's going to be, even though we all probably know it's her and she's coming back, that she's still going to get probably the loudest pop of the night.
Yeah, definitely. We then went on to the main event of the evening. Jay and LA Knight teaming up against Braun and Bronson. Braun and Bronson would go on to win the match, and then after the match try and absolutely destroy everyone. This brought out Big Jim, obviously still buzzing off his Netflix and chill, comes out with a steel chair. And we get the moment of, Jay laying down saying, I can't do this without you, by myself. And Jimmy saying, I'm here, I've got you. Tom, is this the return of the Usos? Are we going to see them teaming up to help take down Seth's regime of the Vision? I'm all for it, mate, but yeah, go for it.
Well, yeah, I think it's. I personally don't think they've been split up enough for it to actually mean as much as they think it will mean when they do team up again. They teamed up at Survivor Series or something like that. Fucking no time, pardon my language. But, I don't really know what else to say about it other than because they're treating it like, they might get bad gigs. Like, yeah, they tag teamed literally last year. Like, you're acting like they've not been a team for 8 years.
Yeah.
Not 90, obviously. I just mean the way they're presenting the story is basically like, can they even coexist? Like, of course they can. They came out of the same man's testicles.
Exactly.
I like it. I think it's probably going to head towards, if Roman's back in time, and obviously it's all still going on, we're probably going to end up with another War Games.
Yeah.
Aren't we? The Vision versus Roman, probably Punk, because he'll still be feuding, and the Usos. I think we're going to get another run round of that.
Just to say that, Craig, did you see Solo's Instagram today or yesterday? He done something towards saying to Roman, just remember I was loyal with you at the start, which some people on Twitter today are saying that's quite interesting. Is that like a sort of a hint maybe? I'm not saying, I don't know, but Solo would go back, but I just found that quite interesting.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah, that would be interesting to see what happens with that. I'll go round. Tom, I'll stay with you, mate. What would you give Raw for this week, mate? A rating?
I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I think it was largely fine. There was nothing in it that was, personally, so to quickly go back, I basically thought Becky Lynch promo was excellent. And I say it as someone that's not a fan of her in the sense that I'll constantly call her Becky Hogan because her match with Nikki Bella and the promo highlighted to me she's actually the female wrestling incarnation of Hulk Hogan because basically bang average in the wrestling but fucking golden on the mic. Incredible. She's very fucking good, and basically, I like you didn't bring it up, obviously not to dig you out or anything, but I like the part of the promo when she was bringing up the fact that when CM Punk was being chanted during her matches, because obviously it's nothing to do with her, but she still bore the brunt of his relationship with the company.
Mm.
And I thought that was very clever. It was a very clever callback, as silly as that sounds.
Yeah, apologies, mate. I'm just a bit cautious of time and this man pulling double shift tonight, so I tried to skim through it the best I could. But next Wednesday, I'll dive into it a bit more for you, mate. Don't worry.
I'll let you live for that. I'll let you live. I won't send a new day to your house, which I obviously.
Oh, God forbid. No, please.
Sorry, everyone.
Jonesy, mate, what would you give it?
Yeah, I'll probably give it roughly the same, about a 7. I'll potentially push it to an 8 just because of obviously the AJ Lee references at the end.
Yeah, fair play. Tony?
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 7. I think the only thing that made me chuckle was at the beginning when they showed all the superstars coming out, Penta coming out of his lift, the lift doing his walk at the front. That was hilarious. But yeah, so 7.
Nice. George?
I'm going to go for 8. Jonesy, have I got time for a quick rant?
Quickly, go for it.
Right, here we go.
All the AJ Lee stuff, I thought, do you know what? I was really, really excited it was going to happen. I thought, yeah, happy days. Go on fucking X. I've got Alvarez tweeting from some wrestle shit saying, oh, yeah, it's going to happen. AJ Lee's returning on Friday. Mate, I bet you're so fun at parties, mate. Right. And then Jonesy tells me that the WWE shop have done it and mugged. I was fuming. Like, just let us enjoy a shock surprise return. So there you go.
That's a 1 from George.
Yeah.
George is right, though.
He is right.
George is right.
Yeah.
100% right.
Why have you got to post everything on fucking X? We don't care. It's not the transfer window. Like when you have a here we go after about 2 years. Like we don't need to know.
I'm going to
Find
defend
out when
Tony
you watch
on this. I can tell you why everything comes up on X. It's because Tony tells them the information and says,
Oh yeah.
put it on fucking X right now.
Well, it should be blocked off X and just keep it for the WhatsApp group then. Yeah, that's my. I'm out now.
Tony the ITK. Tarek, mate, what would you give it?
I'd give it an 8. I'd give it a 7 for the short and an extra point because I could watch it at a normal time and not be a zombie.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I think I'd give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 for this week, mate.
Excellent. Thanks for that, mate. Obviously, next
No
week
worries.
we will have a bit more time and it won't be a stretch. So we'll talk about
I'll do a 6-minute rant after
stuff
that.
like,
Yeah, you can have a bit longer next week, mate. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll just make
that's-
up a George's rant of the week. or
That's
something.
what Tash says normally. To be fair.
Right, next up, we are going to go into Tariq's NXT. There you go, mate. All yours.
So this week's NXT, it started with like a grudge match from last week, Lash Legend versus Jada Parker. It was a 12-minute match where Lash Legend beat Jada Parker, but after the match, when she was about to leave, Jada attacked her on the outside and gave her that hip toss where she runs with a bum into Lash's face into the barricade, and that ended. So it's not a feud that's going to end 1-0. Then we got Joan Evans come to the ring and he gave a promo about letting the fans down in his match against Oba. The fans were like, "No, you didn't let us down." Whilst he was talking, there was a biker video on the Titantron, and everyone was like, "Is it? Is it?" And then the Undertaker's gong hit, and everyone was shocked. So it ended up being Josh Briggs with his biker gear out, and he come out like to heel heat, and he was like, "You've had your chance, get to the back of the line," and then he ended up sort of choke slamming Javon through a chair he brought to the ring, which was he like I'd say a D-Tech Undertaker. So that could be another feud coming on. We've got the women's speed championships that come over to NXT, so they've got like a tournament going on. So they had a qualifier match. It was Candice LeRae versus Zaya Brookside from TNA. Candice won in about 2 minutes, which is still a 2-minute match. So you think they've done Zaya, don't you know? Trick Williams come to the ring. He's the TNA champion at the moment. He come and he sort of was saying, "I'm the best NXT champion there is." Whilst he was talking, DIY came out too, a babyface pop. And they said it's 10 years since they made their debut in NXT, and how their champions, Tommaso Ciampa mentioned his title when he called it Goldie, and how he missed Goldie. So it was a good reference. They ended up beating up Trick and hitting that meet in the middle finisher on him at the end. So it was nice for them to come back after the 10-year anniversary. The next match, Jordan Grace beat Evolve Women's Champion Kaylee Armstrong, I think it's called, in 6-7 minutes. Nothing to write home about. And they've done, like with Zaya, they've done Kaylee Armstrong dirty as well, giving her Jordan Grace and not giving her much offense. It's rubbish. Then Josh Briggs had a match against Andre Chase, a 5-minute match, looked more like a squash. And at the end of the match, he beat up a couple of Chase University students at the end. We then got the main event, which was an 8-man all-star tag team match with Darkseid, who were the tag team champions that was 4 of them, against Barbara Fenner, Ricky Saints, and our favourite tag team, Hank and Tank. Ricky Saints and Ober are fighting each other for the title very soon, and it was one of them ones, could they coexist, which they couldn't. They got a bit of a brawl in the ring, and then they both fought to the outside, went to the back, so left Hank and Tank by themselves with all the Darkseid. One of their members, Cutler, who's a bit of a jokey sort of guy, he got Hank by the throat and said, "No one would save you now." And then Hank
Don't play it.
Joe
Don't play.
Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Love it.
I've always hated this show.
Excellent.
Give my rating for NXT this week.
Anyway,
I'd give it 16 dildos out of 17 dildos. It was beautiful.
And then when he come out, when he started with music come, it distracted Cutler, and then Hank and Tank did their finisher on Cutler to win. And then Joe Hendry got the ring going, and they started doing their waving, and that was the show. But then they went to the back, and Ober Femi and Ricky Saints were fighting against the Shuffles, which they always do. This was a bit of a mismatch, and they went off the show at that point. Today, well, NXT, well, watched it today, but it was on yesterday. It was an average show, nothing to write home about, probably 6 to 7 out of 10.
Wicked. Excellent. Cheers for that, Tariq, as usual. Great Joe Hendry reference. I'm sure we'll have plenty more to come.
I just don't get it.
Right, on to Tony's news.
So on this one today, we're going to go on with, we start with Roman Reigns, because obviously we see what happened at the end of Clash at Castle, where he, well, at the beginning, sorry, where he got attacked by the Vision. Obviously, we said earlier that he comes and goes, but this time when he goes, he's obviously going off to film his little part in Street Fighter, the movie.
Yeah.
So he's obviously gone to do that, and he's expecting to do that all through September. So I don't think we'll see him anytime before probably November to probably Survivor Series, I'd imagine. With that Street Fighter reference in thing, Cody Rhodes is actually filming his part of the Street Fighter movie now, because they're on different parts. They're doing different scenes and all that, so they've got different dates. So there'll be no crossover. So Cody Rhodes will potentially still be back in time for WrestlePalooza at the end of the month. So that'll be interesting. While we're on Cody Rhodes, congratulations to him and Brandy on the birth of their second child. So round of applause. So yeah, that's that. And then lastly, I think it was referenced during the John Cena Logan Paul match that John Cena did Styles Clash and the End of Days move, Baron Corbin's finish move. he did state that, I think it was on the post show, saying that he wasn't able to fight or face people that he wanted to. So his mark of respect to them was doing their finishing moves. So I know we're struck for time, but I'm just going to quickly go around and ask everyone, if you had to pick one finishing move you want to see John Cena do before he retires, which would it be? So
619.
The Devil's Kiss. Just for the shits and giggles.
Not a
Oh God.
George,
Finger
three.
possible.
I was going to say 619.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great minds.
Yeah.
The-
Surprised, Mr. Tom, you're going to say the stink face?
You know what? We'll say the sting face purely because, but you should do it front ways, of course. Quite a winning face. But yeah.
Billy Gunn.
So, and that's it for the news this week.
Cheers, Tony. Thanks a lot
No
for that,
worries.
mate. Into the next one.
Right, let's get into this then quickly. So, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty won the WWF Tag Team titles from Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart in October of 1990 at a taping for Saturday night's main event. Neidhart had been fired and was filing contractual obligations, which included jobbing the tag titles to another team. In what should have been a minor point, the top rope broke at one point during the match. The Rockers defended the titles for a week after that, but then Neidhart was rehired by the WWF, and Vince McMahon decided that the title change never actually happened in one of the goofier decisions of the 90s, and
That's
one of
Vince.
many to affect the careers of Shawn and Bret. As an explanation, a story was sent to Pro Wrestling Illustrated about the rope break causing an unfair working environment for both teams, and hence the title reign was annulled. This was simply to cover up for the fact that they reported the title change as fact a week prior and needed a reason to no longer report it as a match. The title change was edited out of the main event broadcast and thus went down in history that the Rockers never had the belts.
Wow. Cheers for that, mate. It's something
No
you learn
worries.
every day. Wicked. George, over to you now, mate.
Cheers, mate. So yeah, I'm going to do my Georgie Boys Blast of the Past. It's not as Blast of the Past just because it isn't. So there's no other word. So I'm going to talk about Bray Wyatt. Obviously, I know it's been an anniversary of a couple of years since we lost Bray, but I just think it was good to talk about him. Obviously, we're seeing what the Wyatts are doing. Obviously, with Uncle Howdy. But yeah, I just wanted to go around quickly and get your favourite Bray moment. When there's a few, mine's the Firefly Funhouse with the puppets and that. I'll start with you, Tariq, if you're here.
I've got two. What first one is when we did the whole whirling in hands with John Cena and we had all the kids come and that creepy kid. That's one of them. And the second one was when, well, he didn't do it, but when he had Daniel Bryan in the group and then he snapped and that Bryan was kicking the hell out of him at the end. That them two were my favourite parts of it. And meeting him at the convention and just saying hi while he was on his way back from the bathroom.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, mate. Mr. Tom, what's yours? I'm dreading.
I absolutely loved when Finn Balor, I think he had just beaten Samoa Joe on Monday Night Raw. I can't remember what special episode of Raw it was. But basically, the point is, all the lights went out, and then all of a sudden, you started getting screeching noise, and then all of a sudden, the Fiend was in the ring, and I was sat there like, because we'd never seen the Fiend. He had basically been alluded to in the backstage, the Firefly Funhouse. But we'd never actually seen the Fiend, and it was like, fucking hell, this is real. Like, this thing is coming, and it's here. And what are they going to do with it? And obviously, they didn't do anything with it, really, but it's not the point. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Cool. Cheers, mate. Tony?
I think for me, it's going to be when he teamed with Alexa Bliss. That's
Well, how did I know that?
We all knew that was coming.
Mate, that's so predictable, but I like it. Craig?
I'm going to go with 2, mate. It was when, I can't remember who he was pinning, but he pointed at the same time Roman hit the spear to stop breaking up the pin. And the
League of
other
Nations.
one would be, who was it?
They were tagging against the League of Nations, if I remember rightly.
That's it, yeah. And then the other one was where him and Undertaker, where he was doing the crab crawl, and then Undertaker sat up at the same time, and Bray played it down very well that he was shitting his pants. Yeah, just a really good moment that at WrestleMania.
Yeah, cool. And just like to finish off, Jones here, let you have the last one.
Yeah, basically when he was husky. No, I'm only joking. Obviously, for me it's when he was on fire, and obviously he returned with the burned. The Fiend had returned with the burned costume, and I thought, fucking hell, like he looks absolutely horrendous in that, like and scary. And I just thought that was a great moment. And
What was the one? There was one that he did. Was it Orton or Cena when he fought in? Was it the?
Yeah, it was at the Swamp, wasn't it? At the Wire compound or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was one of my favourite matches.
That was Orton, weren't it?
Yeah.
Was it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was one. So yeah, that's me this week.
Cheers, mate.
Nice.
Thank you very
I
much.
saw the New Day as well at the Wyatt compound.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
The New Day at the Wyatt compound. That was a great match.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting. Right, let's go into Guess the Wrestler. Right, I'm going to do this quickly, and I've done it, so I'm hoping none of you guess it, because that's my goal for doing this. Right, he was born on January the 14th, 1970, in Pennsylvania. He played football at high school, and he was an all-state punter. Right, he entered wrestling in 1997, trained under AFA, Roman Reigns' friends there. He wrestled in World Extreme Wrestling with partner Rob Harper. They went on to win the WXW Tag Team Championships.
Oh, Mr. Tom had his hand up.
All right, I'll just let me do the last two. He made his debut on September 13th, 2004 on Raw in a no disqualification match. So I'll go Mr. Tom because he was first.
Oh, fucking hell! The last clue took it right out of my head, but 2004. I was going to say Kurt Angle because of Pennsylvania, but fuck it, I don't know.
That's wrong. We're going to give all of you can have one guess each, because that's what we do.
I'm not allowed to guess, by the way. Me and Jonesy do
I'll
this.
give you another clue. I don't know, this might give it away, and I don't want to give it away. His major feuds included Kane, John Cena. He had an alliance with Edge and Lita. And he was instigated and used by Eric Bischoff. Who, sorry? Congratulations, Tariq. It is, in fact, Gene Snitsky.
As if someone got that as well.
It wasn't my fault, basically.
I just get a life.
Most memorable moment, punt kicking a baby doll into the crowd.
So what was really annoying, and then I'm just taking this as a blind moment, so I could picture him fucking in my head, but I can't see him because I was able to see when he was wrestling, and I just couldn't think of his name. Well done, Tariq.
Well done, Tariq. So you take the point. So that's 1-0 to you, mate. We'll keep a little score going just as fun.
Has he got ChatGPT up?
No, I have. Just to let you know on that, we are bringing back predictions. There will be belts available. Obviously, the first event we will do predictions for is WrestlePalooza. What a shit name. But yeah, in Indianapolis. So get ready. Next couple of weeks shows, we will unveil the belts. Me and Craig are sorting and obviously sort out. You could be in a tag team as well. So that's up to you to choose your partners. And obviously more details.
Can I get to choose this time? Because last time I did it.
Yeah, you can get to choose.
Yeah, this time around, it's obviously me and Jonesy together as the co-hosts, and then you lot can sort it out between yourselves. Yeah.
I ain't got much options, but yeah.
But no, just before we do the giveaway and that, we will be doing watch along with that as well.
Yeah.
I will be doing some Raw and SmackDown watch alongs as well, because I'll be up in the night. So yeah, come and join us. So I think we need to now give away this clock, shall we? Let's do it. So bear with me 1 second, guys. Please tell me if you can see the screen when it pops up.
Yeah,
Can you
mate.
see the screen?
Yeah.
I could help that. That was just
Right. So good luck, everybody. This is the winner of the Roman Reigns clock.
It's not Nick, is it?
No, it is
No.
not.
Can you
It
imagine?
is.
Oh.
Oh, it's Posh Bertie.
Jesus Christ.
Controversial.
Well done,
No,
mate. Well
But
done.
no, well done, mate. If you're
Yeah,
watching,
well done,
I'll
mate.
reach out to you and give you a message after the show.
Get Arteta one with it.
Yeah, we'll drop you in an Arteta clock instead. Screen's back, so let me just bring up what you're winning. It is this indeed clock designed by Martin. Thank you very much for that, Martin, as well.
Yeah. Cheers, Martin.
But yeah, so like I say, we'll be back next Wednesday. We're changing the day now to a Wednesday rather than a Thursday because it just gives so we don't have to rush the ending here because obviously I'm over to the Cannon and Jonesy in a second, which obviously you guys come and join us as well. Get involved in the chat. But no, Craig, just want to say thanks a lot, mate, for co-hosting with me. We brought the Drop Zone back and obviously great first show to be back.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. It was always something I was going to come back and do if you ever decided to do it again, mate. So, yeah, glad to be back. Glad to have old faces, new faces, you know, people in the group as well, if they ever want to come on. Like, yeah, good to be back, mate. Really good show.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. And Mr. Tom, thanks for coming on, mate. It's been great to have you on a show. Like normally you're in the comments and stuff like that. So hopefully in the future, a lot more appearances.
Well, obviously, you're changing the day to Wednesday, so I'll probably be back in the chat, obviously due to work commitments. But when I do have a day off, it would be lovely to actually come in here and basically punish all your ears with my wrestling nonsense.
Always welcome, mate.
Always welcome. Tony, thanks a lot for tonight, mate, and your segment.
Yeah, no, it's great to be back, and yeah, it's just good to chat wrestling with you guys again.
Change that ringtone.
Yeah. Stop saying Brock was in a clash when he wasn't.
Yeah.
George, thanks a lot.
No problem, mate. Cheers for having me on. Always
worries.
like doing shows for you. You know that.
Cheers, man. Thank you
Cheers,
for the
George.
segment as well, mate. Great.
No problem. Yeah, it was good.
And Tariq as well, thank you a lot, mate. NXT Breakdown is brilliant. I know it's Mr. Tom's favourite part of the show.
It's my favourite part of the show.
There you go.
It really
Even though he'd already seen it.
Yeah. Off air.
I like him confirming that my opinions on NXT are correct by saying it, but fair enough.
Yeah, thanks for having me. New season, same old technical difficulties for me, but enjoyed it.
Wicked, mate. At least no one's trying to come through the door. That's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you that, man. But
It's that Northern Wi-Fi. That's what it is.
That's what it is. So we move on to SmackDown. Obviously, should be an interesting one. Just
I've
gonna
heard
say,
AJ Lee's coming back.
yeah. All I'm going to say is, mate, let's light it up.
Yeah.